Hello and welcome everyone, I'm DrHamfist, and now, despite recently unlocking some new cards as the Silent, I think I am in the mood for the meaty goodness that only the Ironclad can bring. And obviously, going to be using Ascension mode, we still have not unlocked level 2, I think we have to win to do that. So we're trying to chalk up a victory on level 1 of Ascension mode, which is Elite spawn more often. We've not yet seen this as the Ironclad. I think the Ironclad is better at this than the Silent. We've only done one attempt so far, just as the Silent, so let's see if we can't get this going to a full win as the Ironclad, and I think obtain 100 gold is pretty tempting here. Upgrade a card is honestly not that bad either. I don't think we want to replace our starting relic. Random boss relic, I don't know if that's necessarily better than the Burning Blood passive. To lose 50% of your current HP and choose a rare card to obtain, I don't think that's worth it. Now, part of me is wondering if rare means the yellow cards. Is like blue uncommon? Maybe if it's a yellow card it is worth it, but we could also just upgrade like Bash or something, right? Maybe even just a vanilla defend. Maybe we should, since we have the healing passive, start with a rare card. I'm just imagining that I click this and then 3 terrible options appear. Let's try this. This one's high variance for sure, but let's just try this one. Alright, so they are the yellow cards. Alright, so Impervious, Dark Embrace, or Brutality. Yeah, and none of these really are great by themselves, which is kind of what I was fearing, right? I don't think Dark Embrace is worth taking. I think Brutality, the loss of HP, isn't good enough. I think we're taking Impervious here. Now, you can, with Impervious, go for a defensive type of deck that leverages body slams and stuff to do damage based off the block you have. Maybe we should start tilting towards that. Let's see. Wow, there's like 4 unknown events in a row right here. That's pretty crazy. Is that a good path otherwise? And hit the... let's see. We definitely want to hit an elite somewhere. The other thing is we might want more fights just to heal. I think we just hit these unknown events. I think they're pretty good. Yeah, so here, normally we'd have to triple defend to block this. We could Impervious, but the catch is we don't have a strike. So I think we actually will just save the Impervious and just triple defend. If we had a strike, I would use Impervious and strike one of them. Oh, it's so gross. That is so gross. What a turn 2 for this first fight. Okay, so we can kill this one. We cannot kill this one. Yeah, so in order to mitigate damage, we're just going to take this one out. This one has effectively 20 and we can deal 18. So we're taking that 7 and there's no way to stop that. All right, here we go. So we can just strike pass. The second strike doesn't do anything. Block does nothing. All right. 7 damage from the first fight after eating 40 health before a single fight. Not a brilliant start, but let's see here. Pommel Strike is a pretty good card. Warcry is a card that works in almost any deck. If we're going for a defensive tilt, maybe Warcry is fine. I might just pass on all of these. Let's try passing on all these. Let's build a defensive deck and be pretty particular about that. Ooh, so we can pick up a curse. We have several non-fight encounters ahead of us. There's also an immediate shop. We could actually just cash this in very quickly. Maybe that's fine. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get the doubt and the gold. And this is a shop right here we can hit. And let's just hit that rather than this unknown event. And we should consider whether or not one of these relics is better here. I don't think any of them are. So I think we'll pay 75 to remove. After that, we'll have just over 200 left. I'm not a fan of Transmutation. That's the only card that costs close to that much, so we don't really have to think about this. We'll definitely do this, and then we can do whatever with the rest of the gold. And let's see here. Rampage is actually an option, and we can try to keep our deck very thin. Very, very thin. Impervious removes itself. We've picked up no permanent cards yet. Make a defensive list with like a rampage to deal damage. And then be very particular about the cards we add. It's tempting. Skills cost 0 whenever you play a skill exhausted. I don't think we can get away with that. I think we just take the rampage and just lock that in, nothing else. That should be fine. I think that's fine. Yeah, let's just try that. Alright, so now we want to hit less. Yeah, and I don't think we can take this regret for a relic. Max HP. The heal for 26 is actually something. It's not totally unfathomable to take this relic. So what is regret? At the end of your turn, lose 1 HP for each card in your hand. I wonder if that counts itself. We might actually grab that. Is that fine? I totally lost track of whatever thought I just started when I started actually contemplating these options while trying to still speak about it. So that's actually just gone to the void now. Wherever I was going, just imagine it. Just think of something logical. That's probably where I was going with it. Let's play it a little risky. Let's pick this up and pray the relic's good. Oh, that is a good relic. All right, so we can now dig for other relics at rest sites. So we want to prioritize those. We want to be healthy when we find them. This is a good path for that. This might be a better path for that. That is not as good of a path. I think we'll do this and just try not to get totally... Oh, yes. All right. So pay 50 to remove a card from our deck. I like that a lot better than healing because we have that curse in our deck. So let's do that. Yeah, paying 50 to do that is a steal that also will not increment the card removal cost associated with the shop. So, high value. And then here, I can't imagine we aren't digging for a relic. Alright, so 1 strength at the start of each combat. That's fine. Not an earth-shattering pickup. Actually, very good pickup for this fight. We are going to play Impervious here, just to get rid of it. The other option is to sit on it, and it's going to block everything he swings 1 turn. But that turn you can only attack with 1 thing. So I think we would rather actually play it and get rid of it. Take the 14 here, and try to get a lot of damage in. So I think Triple Strike is fine. The other option is Bash Strike. Triple Strike puts him to 27, which we probably cannot deal next turn. Bash Strike is 23 damage, but he stays vulnerable next turn. So the difference is 7 damage this turn, but 2 turns of vulnerable. I think we'll do Bash. Yeah, we're going very low this turn. Very, very low. 11. But I think we may be okay. How much is this? 19? 19 and 10 and 10 is 39. So I think we have him. Yes, we have him. Okay. And I think not having vulnerable would have meant we couldn't get him there. So I think that was worth it. Upgrade 2 random skills. I believe that just means defend, defend. Wait, no, we have 1 impervious, but it'll probably be defend, defend. That's fine. And then potentially add a card. Oh, we should take those in the other order. I always mess that up. We should take those in the other order. I think Inflame might be fine. It removes itself from your list. It's not bad to have. I can't imagine we take either of these. Now that we've upgraded 2 of our defense, I don't think we want to remove them. I think we'll take Inflame. I'm debating not even taking it, but I think we will. I think we still dig. Actually, I should have checked where this path leads. I think we still dig. Somewhat risky to do that, but... Alright, so self-forming clay. Whenever you lose HP in combat, you gain 3 block next turn. That might be very nice. Yeah, I guess there's only really 1 rest site we can hit after this. So, you can argue... Ah, excellent. So we can grab more strength too. Now, 1 strength versus a relic, that's basically a way of finding extra copies of Vajra as your relic, in a sense. Might still do that, though. I think we'll pick this path and then just try to win these fights and gain health doing them. I guess these are actually totally identical paths. I don't know why I'm actually thinking about it. Well, the unknown before the fights is a little different, I suppose. Are you serious? We can't block everything this turn. Alright, well, we're definitely playing the 8 block here. I think Bash. It's not necessarily better than playing Rampage, because Rampage will ramp itself. I think we actually don't bash, because we wouldn't profit from this turn of vulnerable at all, because that's the only attack we would play. Yeah, so I think we pass on Impervious this turn, just so that we can play all of this offensive nonsense. Alright, good. We did find an upgraded defend there. Oh, he was just dead. I always flub that. Alright. I get scared when I see the damage coming in when we're this low. That's what I do. Alright, so... optional Heavy Blade. Actually, Sword Boomerang probably would be better, just because it costs 1, but it still, you know, works with your strength. Probably would take Sword Boomerang if I was going to take one of these. Do we even want it? I think we do, but it's close. I'm going to say we pass. It's very, very close. I'm very tempted to take that, but we're gonna say I take stuff when I shouldn't too often. We should avoid this one. Okay, so we have the option of either bash strike here and try to finish this one off next turn, or just triple strike. Triple strike is 21. What we could do is kill this one and then strike this one for 1. I think I like that the most. That's fine. That way we only get frilled by 1 enemy here. Okay. I think we'd rather Rampage. Both of these increase our damage in the future, but Rampage also does damage immediately. And he's so low, I don't think we're greatly concerned. Yeah, about getting any strength. Fire Potion is very welcome. And none of these really are. I think we pass on all these. The Cleave is the only one I'm considering. I don't think Bloodletting is worth it. Okay, well, yeah, we just passed on the Cleave. We're gonna have to use the Fire Potion. This is a lot of damage. So just roast him. Can we kill one of these and still block? If we can't, this is only 5 block, we should just kill this one. Let's see, yeah, so Rampage does the most damage, so we're absolutely playing that. And then he has 8, which is just 1 too much. So here, we can strike him, and then we could either strike and kill him and save 7, or block for 5. So, we're killing him. So we will take 5, which is basically meaning we're only going to net 1 health this fight. Is he dead if we do this? Yes. Okay. So, barely healed. We did heal, but barely healed. I think we pass on these. Twin Strike is just a bad Sword Boomerang when you start stacking strength up. In a sense, you do pick the target, so this has a slight advantage if you're fighting like a boss with ads or something, but we'll pass on those. Okay, so slimes. We're pretty good against slimes, both in this deck choice and just knowledge of how to fight them. 65 goes to 33 is the dividing line. So right now, this would deal 10. If we inflame, it'll do 3 more, which will leave him at exactly 33. Is that correct? Because this will give us 2. He's vulnerable, would be 3. 33. 32.5 is his proper half. I believe we're fine to do this. I believe he will not split yet. Yeah, and then will he frail us or will he weaken us? If he weakens us, there's a case to be made for just striking him there. Alright, he didn't. Alright, excellent. So we can bash Rampage. He'll split into 6. Or I should say, health pools of 6. Easy. Oh, we got our Fire Potion back. Very happy to have that. Feed or dual wield? Very tempted to say feed. Getting a feed in your deck early is very good. Is very, very good. We're going to take this. This is not early in this act, but it is early on the whole. So these guys aren't technically minions, right? Okay. I don't believe they are. And then none of them actually have passives. I know this one's going to be swinging for a bunch shortly. I don't think we can afford to inflame this turn. I think we kill one of these and then do the upgraded defend. We take some damage. Yeah, we're going to be defending with the plus. Playing this normal defend only saves us 5, but killing one of these saves us 9. So, definitely kill one of them. And then we have the option of just roasting one. Let's see, that saves us 5 immediately. Cuts out a lot of the work here too. Maybe I roast this one. I don't know what negative effect he's doing, but he has more health. We're still only taking 1 if we get hit, and that 1 will give us 3 block. I think we're fine with paying 1 health to get the 3 block next turn, and I think we'd rather get more damage out of the potion. So that seems fine. And then we'll gun for this guy. At least a little bit. Maybe we just strike feed this one and then strike him. That seems fine. Oh, feed was already lethal. I didn't even check feed. I forgot it does more damage. Well, we messed that turn up too. I love how, like, this is, I don't know, episode 31 or something, and I'm still just making blatant mistakes. Strength potion is very welcome. We're about to have the main fight too. Body slam is definitely an option here. Now we've kind of pulled away from that direction, so maybe the disarm. True Grit is actually also a very, very good option. We're taking that. We're going to try it. I don't think we rest here. I think with this Strength Potion, we're feeling somewhat confident on the fight. We'll probably burn that to be able to either get a random relic or a Strength. I think I'm leaning towards Strength. Is a random relic better than Strength? It's a very tough question. A random relic could be better than Strength. It could easily be worse than Strength, though. I think Strength is more reliable. It probably has a much lower, like, top-end, ultimate option. But we know we're getting value if we do this. And there's plenty of relics that just blank. So let's just lift and have 2 Strength at the start of every fight now. Oh, this should be no problem. I have total confidence in our ability to take this guy out. I don't think we want to take 1 to have the block, because I think he might be charging up next turn anyway. Yeah, okay. Do we play feed just to get rid of it? It's a tough question. Also, we probably activate the Strength Potion. Yeah, Kaya. Borf, borf, borf. My dog hears something. If that wasn't clear, I'm not just crazy. Well, a little bit maybe. I think we do activate the Strength Potion. I know we do both these strikes. Question is, do we feed or not? I think we pass. It's a riskier play to pass. We're fighting over 3 max HP. Is that worth it? I'm going to say it is, because I'm greedy. We might die because of this. This could easily go wrong. Alright, so Rampage, Strike, True Grit, and take a whole ton of damage. A whole ton of damage. 28. Okay. Well, 70. Bash. He'll be vulnerable next turn. He's not down to 70 yet. 76 with vulnerable. I think that's fine. Alright, we didn't take 1. I thought for a second we might have. That's gross. I think we still pass here. Like, next turn we've got to be able to do more damage than this. And I think we leave Impervious in the deck too. Alright, well, we've lost vulnerable. But we are getting a fair bit past half, because that's like 30 HP past half. That's pretty good. And we stunned him. I guess maybe we just play Impervious Strike. I don't want to play True Grit and risk ditching this upgraded defend. So I guess we just do this. I think we kill Spike Slime first. I'm not sure which one's actually better to focus first. That's like a total blind spot in my play. So I think he made us frail and he gave us wounds, I think is what happened there. Is he dead to Strike Feed? I believe he just barely is. That is so perfect. Yeah, so that heals us for a little bit. Now we're going to have 6 after we get hit by him. But with him being the only person left, I have decent confidence that we can just play the split game and just destroy them that way. So let's see. I think he's just dead. He is at least splitting. He is just dead. Okay. Somewhat close. 6 health right before we ended it it healed us for 6 to 12, but we had 6 on that last turn. But we got out there, we did all the greedy plays, we pulled off the feed, we got the strength before it. That's not exactly a clean fight because it was so close, but we got out there with everything we needed to. Barricade. I like Barricade. I don't know about paying 3 for Barricade with this deck not having much defend. But we do have an Impervious, and Impervious is very, very good with Barricade. I think we take this and we start doing some weird stuff to shape up the deck. We start removing a lot of our attacks that aren't Rampage. And like, actually maybe just Rampage, really. I think that's what it's called. Let me check that. Yeah, Rampage. I think we keep Rampage. We start removing strikes. I think we keep Bash. Bash seems fine. The feed has no place in a deck like that, but I don't know. We're pulling our deck in 2 directions when we do this, but I think if we just start skinning cards out and just remove strikes, I think the deck starts to come together pretty quickly. I think we're fine with this. It's definitely not like a total no-brainer, but I think it's fine. And alright, so we could replace Burning Blood. This is basically adding 4 HP per combat. Not nothing. Lizard Tail, I think we would sooner take Black Blood than Lizard Tail. And then Runic Cube. Whenever you lose HP, draw 1 card. I don't think I've ever seen this before. I don't know if I care. Our cards are relatively expensive. I mean, most of them cost 1, but we have 5 in a turn. We have 3 energy. We don't really need draw. Now, draw in a sense might help with playing Rampage more often. I think we take Black Blood here, though. I don't think we'll take Lizard Tail over Black Blood. I think we'd rather have Sustain than a one-time, 43 health. After, 10 fights, this gives us more mileage, in a sense. In a way, this increases our max by 50%, though, which is very, very big. Maybe we do take Lizard Tail and just play it safe. I guess we'll take this. I don't know. They're all sort of options. None of these are, overwhelmingly awesome. I think we'll take Lizard Tail, I guess. We'll try that. And then we'll go fight the Mithril Defender. I think that's who this is. Obviously, it's not really, but I think that's the Mithril Defender. So this deck should be decent against the Mithril Defender, I would think. An interesting thing about the Mithril Defender is he actually helps thin your deck himself when he makes his adds to thin your deck. I think we'll be fine. We'll shape up this deck. It's going to struggle a bit getting there. I definitely see this deck struggling to get to the boss. I think if it makes it to the boss, we'll be pretty fine. So yeah, join me next time when we try to do that. See you then.